So, where is tower? Oh my god. Let's go. It's literally just blitz. Literally, okay. So let's rewind a second, right? It's in the blitz section. Okay. It's in the blitz section. Here's the tower. I can sim it. Blitz was already a tower mode. Okay. Cool. Wait, why is this team on cooldown? Bro, this is lazy. This is so lazy. Why is it on cooldown? You can only use teams once a day? Why does this exist? How is that fun? Okay, so I'm doing a little bit wrong because I'm assuming it's blitz. So these guys should win here. That's not really a problem. These guys should win here. That's not really a problem. We're not doing the fights, right? We'll do a fight towards the end. These guys will win here. Ooh. Let's try this fight. Let's actually do this fight. I didn't know it was gonna look like Blitz, guys. I'm sorry. I thought it was just like... Can someone hit uptime, please? I thought it was just like... I didn't know it was gonna look like it. I knew it was gonna feel like it, but I assumed they'd made some slight, moderate changes. Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Hold on. All my guys are bad guys. Let's get this Punisher down. Taunt. Chunk. Chunk. Boop. Boop. See if you can take in less than a team of 5. That is a very good idea. No, it... Wait, can I? Nope. No, you can't. You can see all 75. Yep, they're all right here. All right, so I'm winning this fight. Oh no, I'm doing this fight. Wait, Spider-Gwen? No, January 6th is Spider-Gwen's Blitz. To be fair, Sim is a little bit more detrimental in this game mode because as you go up higher, the losses are more meaningful. As you get up higher, though, you're not going to be simming. Simming is just going to be for, like, longer term and higher TCP teams. Which is why I was saying at the beginning of the stream how important your blitz teams are going to be for tower. If you go back to the beginning of the stream, you'll have caught that. Because that was a known quantity, at least from my group and everything like that. But again, it's just another game mode, right? Like, is it good? It's fine. It's something to do. Is it exciting and fun and fulfill your wishes? That depends on how easy you are to disappoint, right? Like, if you if you're just the kind of person who's like just happy to have a girlfriend, you don't care how many times she cheats on you, then yes, this is a great game mode, right? But if you're also the kind of person who like your time is worth something, it gives you something to do that gives you something of value, you'll be okay. But yeah, as new players, this is going to be terrible for you. This is absolutely going to be terrible for new players. Clearly. Oh, look at this. You're gonna... Oh no, I didn't hit Simon. This is terrible for new players. This is gonna be terrible for free-to-play players that are like sub 2 years in this game because you can't afford to work on a ton of different characters. And again, getting through the early stages should be easy. You should be able to get to like level 50 relatively easily. But, you know... will be when the question is, when will be too many game modes? It's been too many game modes for a year and a half now. And it's not even that it's too many game modes, it's that you don't get to pick a different game mode to play. You have to be as active in almost every game mode in order to convert value. And that's kind of where it comes in. So like, I'm not mad, I'm not salty. Just to show off, it's kind of cool. We're getting a little bit more gold for this, which is great. What is this? You're dead. You're gonna lose. This is Ultron. You lose. Can we look at offers? Of course we can. I just want to finish this first reactions for Tower. Will Tower battles be added to the RTA pass? 6 weeks from now. Okay, so now we have a problem. Boop. To be fair, yeah, it's just Blitz. It's Blitz with a new thing. So what is this team? This is... I should be able to beat them. And then we have this. Yeah, you're dead. Okay, the cool thing, just to again give it to you, you can prep your matchups. So if you know there's a fight coming up that you're going to want to be a little bit more prepared for, you can like skip a team and use a different team. So like if I want to save this team, I can go ahead and do this, or probably this, get this win or lose and look like a fool, get this win, and then go to Ultron and take Ultron out with like this team. Now it didn't matter either way. But it's a pretty decent setup for utilizing character. Yeah, you're dead, right? For utilizing your characters. And it seems to be same rules as Blitz, which is resets at reset. So, yeah, you're fine. You're not going to win. There's a little bit of planning involved, but the truth of the matter is, it's only planning if you are weak, cheap, poor, or underinvested. That's where the planning for this comes in. So we'll go into it. We'll look into it in a deep dive in future days. We'll make some stuff and content on that. But like, oh, I need a plan for this stuff. Like this, the first day is just going to be me finding which team is going to auto and win with. So cool. Moving to this one, should win, even though Gamora's really strong. Moving to this one, let's save Doom. Oh. Let's do this. And let's go back. Let's use Doom on this one. Never mind. They do have progressive damage, though. For what it's worth, it is a progressive damage. You can kind of see at the end of the fight. If anyone takes damage, they retain it. So getting to 50, which is incredibly important, that's like the tier 8 from the Blitz perspective of it, should be okay. If I lose this fight, you're going to see some damage done. I didn't. And then, of course, these guys are dead. So it's cool to sim through where you can. If you really want to do the fights, it's something else to do. Now, let's take a quick look at the leaderboards, right? Is everybody tied? Yes, because they're... No, I don't... How did this person do more? Can I pay for more? Oh, he won more fights than I did. Okay, that's cool. That makes total sense. So let's look. So we have ranking rewards. What do we get? Tower orb fragments. What? A tower currency. Teal gear raid orb fragments. Great. Another way to get teal gear raid orbs aside from raids. This is going to be better for players. Oh, yeah, here. Who are smaller and can't do anything. But again, they're not giving them to the people who need them the most. Fine, no problem. The orange gear raid orb fragments and the orange elite fragments, these are becoming less and less relevant, but it's okay that they're there. And again, this seems to be a weekly event, so power to us. Now we have the milestones. This is again a weekly event, so as you complete all 10 of your milestones, you'll get tier 3 ability orbs, sure. Teal gear raid orbs in a decent amount. Was that 3? A ton of catalyst parts, which honestly aren't the real problem anymore, but it helps some players the same way Blitz used to. And gold orbs. Honestly, I don't think the milestones are anything particularly heinous. They seem reasonable at the very least. But as is tradition, tier 2 ability orbs mean less and less and less and less to everybody who already has them. There's no conversion metric, so they're a whole bunch of nothing. And then the leaderboard, I guess, is how you track the ranking, so you can kind of see live how close you are. For whatever it's worth. So it's kind of cool that tomorrow I know what the next couple of fights are going to be, but also so much of my, you'll see in a second. I'll look at the tower. It's in the Blitz store. So much of my roster has now become useless after this fight. And for most of you, that's going to be true. Like, knowing what your Blitz teams are and paying attention to like how to Blitz is now relevant, not because of Blitz, which they've abandoned, but because of Tower, which functions in the same way. Knowing what your teams are, which of your teams are good, which ones are better to be used in the end of a Blitz, because that's how the fights pan out for you. That's where it's going to matter. And then, of course, kind of just planning ahead to go into that. So as far as Tower mode's concerned, as I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, it is a thing. You know, is it great? It is the thing that it says it is. It's nothing relevant. But now we go to Blitz store and orbs, and you will see, oh, where'd the tower orbs go? They were supposed to be here. Huh. Here. Earn top cosmic character shards, teal mini uniques, and teal unique gear pieces. Let's look at it. 15% chance to earn some pretty heinous and garbage characters that don't matter. 52% chance to earn 3 shards of some garbage characters. That always feels good. It always feels good when the last meta and the meta before it are the high, and the meta before that are the highest priority in the game. So the orbs, characters, shards, not very relevant. Going to the gear drop, it is a 0.1 garbage shot of getting a good 18 of a good thing, and then a most average of getting 1 or so of a bunch of random things. So that's there. On the other side, it's the exact same thing. As I said before, thank you guys for putting up with this conversation topic. It was going to be something to do, but you are incredibly easy to impress if this is something that you feel is helpful or positive. So, because it can't be for new players, because it's hard for new players to do, but it also can't be for returning players because the reward structure, or long-term players because the reward structure. So again, while it is something else to do and it gives me something to click auto on 37 times a day for the next infinity forever, and it's okay. It is another TCP event. It's something to do if you are on the bathroom for a little bit longer than you think. You finished your Blitz rotation, and now you're like, well, I have to wipe. But before, let's go to tower mode. But it could be better, and they could change it in the future. So all in all, it's like a really solid Game wise, it's like a 2, but like Marvel Strike Force, this is probably as close to an 8 as far as like content being added as we're ever gonna see. We have never seen a 10. So it's cool. The orbs are fine. The actual game mode is fine. Is it gonna do anything for you? Probably not. Is it something to strive for? Probably not. Is it something that everyone's going to care about? Probably not. Is it something that other content creators are going to talk about like it's the most exciting thing? Probably, but not for me. So I'll find clicking auto. Hopefully they listen to some feedback on it. Yeah, look at the top 4s. Look at how strong this is. Look at this. But like, this isn't for anybody, right? This is another game mode where the higher your TCP and more value you have, the better you get, but the rewards aren't good. So because the rewards aren't particularly good, you're now just kind of pissing into the ocean as far as, look at how strong I am. I now get a moderate amount more. Kind of like the difference between, you know, winning or losing a war in most cases, the payout of different rewards. It's something, but it's not so much that I'm going to spend more money to do so. But it's not unreasonable. It's pretty okay thing to do. And again, it's once a week. It resets every week, I guess, on Thursdays now. And you do it once a day. You could just auto on cooldown and click. It should kind of filter itself out. Like, let's be clear. When I click go, it shouldn't keep it on the team I can't use. It should automatically do it, but that would be a little bit of a tweak that I would be comfortable with. And then 3 takeaways from this. It costs nothing to do whatever you can do in it. So like, power to you, right? Great. Go for it. This will give you a reason to kind of pay attention to your blitz teams again and know where they're good and where they're not. And 3, if you're already spending a ton of money in this game, congratulations on the new free stuff you're going to be given for clicking auto a couple times. Those are the 3 takeaways. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Have a good night, guys. Have a great day. I've been Tony Scungili, and I will play Tower tomorrow.